Reviviendo.
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 Revenido.
Reviviendo.
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 Lawrence, Massachusetts was once one of America's leading textile mill cities, attracting immigrants from all over the world. Each wave of immigrants brought new cultures and traditions to the city and added to its prosperity. After World War II, Lawrence struggled with industrial decline as jobs and wealth left the city. Aiming to revive Lawrence's economy, the city embarked on the Gateway Project, a public investment to improve highway access and clean up contaminated industrial sites. When local residents learned about the Gateway Project, they saw an opportunity to make the city a better place to live and work. Two local organizations hosted us to create a shared vision for the Lawrence Gateway. A dynamic coalition of residents, business people, and community leaders emerged. The Reviviendo Gateway Initiative is working to build human potential, create new housing and commercial space, improve our public environment, and redefine the image of our city.
A road improvement job has turned into a major initiative that is working, that is going to change the way the city operates as well as the way the city looks.
Groundwork is in the process of planning a Spicket River Greenway cleanup this fall, as we have a big arrangement because it's owned by a private property.
This is our first homeownership project. We're very proud of it, and we built these houses for sale to very low-income first-time home buyers.
Okay, and if you calm down.
So if you just
It was a piano store. Nephrodemic.
Yes.
That's where I work there. This is just, it's strange because we do remember.
Lawrence CommunityWorks Groundwork Lawrence, they're supplying the glue that's bonding the North Common neighborhood with the mill owners, with the mill tenants, with the young kids. I mean, we have young kids participating in community development.
What do you want to have happen in your community? That was the question that was answered with this site as well, just as you saw with the Summer Street sites. All that vacant land, the question is, what do? We need housing, and we need places for our kids to grow up and be safe and be able to have some fun and also be able to learn something. So there are opportunities abound.
What prevents most communities from realizing significant change, particularly communities that have been struggling for a long time, is the inability of people from different backgrounds or places to talk to each other.
People know it is.
When that starts to happen, then you have a chance of forging, a genuine, unified vision for change.
So this, to us, feels like the area that we're comfortable kind of taking on through this process.
We're going to carry the ball now, and we're going to...
We've been able to, as a community, think in terms of that 6-year-old girl or a boy that's now running around in a vacant lot, and the kind of future that we want them to have, the kind of place we want them to be in when they're in high school.
There's a couple of houses which could go on this land. But what I think would be interesting to see is what you guys think the arrangement of the site should be. the houses all want to come down on this side? How many houses do we want to put on the site? There's a community garden there. How much of the community garden should stay? Should it all stay? What's that going to mean if we have the whole community garden stay? Do we have fewer houses?
Right, to be one over here so you don't waste the space right here. Then you put one over here. Then you can put the other one too over here. This should be parking right here for this one.
Okay, so this proposal shows a one-family house at the corner, and then two-family homes further back toward the community garden.
The house separated, each one have a little space between the two houses.
I think I want to see like row houses here facing Union Street, and then put two houses. We'll put Mikey's house like that. I'm not sure about these yet.
We'll have the garden over that property line if we can talk them into that. That will allow more space for the houses.
But that idea depends upon being able to get land that we may not be able to get. They may not want to sell it. So as long as people understand that they're planning something based on what they might not be able to acquire.
These properties are in the land court.
We believe that you can break almost any question down to the point where most people can understand what the issue is, most people can weigh in on those issues, and most people can contribute to the solutions.
We have a river called the Spicket River that passes through Lawrence. It's an experience to be part of cleaning it up. We actually took a kayak trip down the Spicket River and we assessed all the debris and all the work that needs to be done in the Spicket River.
For as much as you see trash and stuff in here, it also has sort of a cathedral-like setting where you have the trees overgrown.
A filing cabinet, 4 bikes. We got old refrigerators, a huge bag, oil drums. I saw 2 more bikes under the bridge back there, so a lot of stuff.
The city itself has a beauty. It has a lighting from the canals and from the river that gives it a very beautiful aura, and particularly at sunset, if you've ever been here, it's one of the most spectacular. That's from an artist's point of view.
There's a story I like to tell the other game developers that as soon as we moved into our space in the mill building with the beautiful floors and the high ceilings and the brick walls, we've had 100% track record. Every publisher who's visited us has offered us a game. I would love to see Lawrence become the Hollywood of video games.
Quiero un downtown donde la gente pueda venir y celebrar la vida, donde puedan tener algo que hacer los jóvenes, los niños, donde los ancianos puedan caminar en nuestra ciudad y enseñar a nuestros niños, a sus nietos, a sus hijos, a sus visitantes, a sus hermanos, lo bella que es nuestra ciudad.
One of the first things people need is a space to live, some place to live.
We can build houses, but if we don't have people that, that meet the requirements, how they're going to buy the house?
The schools need to reflect the needs of the community that is being served.
Estamos luchando para capacitar a los padres, que ha habido mucha desempleo, pero los padres se sienten con una autoestima muy baja porque no se sienten capaces.
When you teach people how to live, how to feed themselves, how to educate themselves, it's a sense of pride. We're making leaders for tomorrow today with Family S.
Let's talk for a minute about what this means for us as we move forward. The top priorities are about investing in people rather than in things.
If we can come to the conclusion today that investing in people is really the essential ingredient, and that the investments in bricks and mortar and the investments in infrastructure are important and need to be happening alongside that, that's a whole different way of thinking.
I've seen my business flourish. I've seen success that I didn't even dream of 9 years ago. And as a result, I've got a passion for being an ambassador of the City of Lawrence to those that are artists in other communities.
As a resident and as a neighbor, you know, I'd like to get all of the neighbors involved in keeping the city that way, because it does take everybody to do their part, and everybody has a part to play.
My role as a city councilor is to set aside politics and work together with a great bunch of people who all have the same common goal, the best interest of the City of Lawrence.